Listen, what do you think of that?
Well, you know, I'm quite surprised
I
myself.
bet you are. Say, let me try that one, huh? Yeah.
God
Yeah,
save the
sure.
Queen!
Edison's done it again.
Gentlemen, just a moment, please. Sweetheart, oh line.
Edison took out 1,000 patents in his lifetime. His inventions and his improvements on the inventions of others made their mark in the homes of the nation. The achievements of men of science pyramided, laying the foundations for new and greater industries, and a prosperity that reached to every town and village and farm. At the turn of the century, an infant giant, the internal combustion engine reached for new worlds to conquer.
A lighter car, and I keep asking you why. In the name of common sense, why go into a new model when our old model is going over like Niagara? It's insane.
Henry's got new ideas. He's going to cast 4 cylinders in one block.
What? Why, that's too heavy. And what if one cylinder cracks? You've got to buy all 4 to replace it.
Well, Henry's going to produce in such quantity that a 4-cylinder block will be cheaper than one.
Good heavens, man, we're producing 10,000 cars a year now. Besides, you'd have to spend $1 million just in retooling.
Well, why not?
Ridiculous.
That's exactly what I intend to do.
Oh, but good heavens, Henry, what do you hope to gain by it?
Listen to me, Flanders. I'd rather put out 25,000 cars at 5% profit
Yes,
than
I
a few
know.
high-priced cars at 200% profit.
Now, look here,
The best for the greatest number of people will always win out in the end.
What are you, a businessman or a philanthropist? Why take the risk? It's insane to scrap our tools and plow in our profits on one of your scatterbrain hunches. Our old model is good.
But not good enough and not cheap enough.
Well, there's no sense arguing with you. You're a stubborn mule. You don't know business. I'm through.
I don't know business? Why, it's just plain common sense. Jim,
Yeah.
what does our balance sheet show?
Well, you want the exact figures, Mr.
Oh,
Ford?
never mind. Just put it on to retooling.
All
Jim,
of it?
we will put out a new model in quantities bigger than men ever dreamed of
Well.
before. Each part will be machined to exact size. No supplemental fittings, no wasted motion.
Splendid.
And every cent that I can save in construction, factory management, and the purchase of materials, even if I have to own the source of supply,
That's a good idea.
will be deducted from the selling price. The price is going down.
Aye.
Jim, let's announce.
Well, what are you going to say?
Well, let me think. I'm going to put out a motor car for the... Oh, Ralph, you put this out. I'm going to put out a motor car for the multitude. I'll call it my Model T. It'll be large enough for the family and simple enough for the individual to take care of. It'll be made of the best materials by the best men that I can hire and from the simplest designs that modern engineering can devise. But it'll be so low in price that no man making a good salary will be unable to own one. And with his family, enjoy hours of pleasure out in God's wide open space. I don't know business. Why, it's just plain common sense.
Common sense and good business principles working together brought the fruits of invention to every citizen. Automobiles were made cheap enough and good enough to become no longer the pleasure of the few, but a necessity used by millions. The benefits of Edison's Pearl Street Power Station flowed across the land, and electric power became the basic motive force for the new industrial nation, bringing life into the lives of millions and providing power for an ever-growing myriad of tools that continue to build America. And this great force, ever-growing, made accessible the power of the atom, the giant of the future. The forms of entertainment were changed. Gaslight and candlelight gave way to electric light, and new media rose, based on the new kinds of light and power, media of entertainment that could bring joy and relaxation to thousands upon thousands in their leisure time. And the growth of America, taking its spring from the inventions of Gutenberg with his basic idea of mass production, has brought forth generation after generation of student engineers to learn more, to build more in this land of America. And the future of new things, the creation of new wonders, rests on the shoulders of the youth, the young men and women who will learn to build on the buildings of the past new structures for the betterment of the life of America and the world. America's growth has been great, with but 7% of the world's population, working on but 6% of the world's surface. America now produces more than half the world's goods. It is a far cry from the primitive tools of farming that dig neither wide nor deep. Today, America's engineers have built great machines that turn the earth and cultivate better crops. Old forms of watercraft that took much labor and gave little transport have been transformed by the skill and imagination of American engineers and the use of new sources of power and design into great ships that push thousands and thousands of tons from port to port. 15,000 tons of coal in one load on an inland waterway. Even the earlier forms of our own American buildings, simple water mills and quaint covered bridges, have changed their structure in a brief span, and great bridges have been built. Crops cannot be grown without water. Life cannot survive without it. But the carrying of water from source to farm has worried man for centuries, and inefficient means were devised, until today's American engineers, creating new wonders, have provided new lakes, new rivers, new streams, to water arid land and make green the desert. The human back has done the world's work from primitive days till the time when power could be harnessed. Power, efficient enough and portable enough to do the work wherever it might be found. No longer need the backs of men carry the goods of the earth. This tremendous fruitfulness of American industry is largely the creation of American engineers. American engineers who have held one goal before them: to produce more goods, better made of newer and better materials, at lower and lower prices, so that what is a luxury today may be the universal necessity of tomorrow. To this end, across our land, new modes of transportation, larger, faster, stronger, have arisen to carry the goods of our factories. New tools, bigger tools, more exact tools, tools to make other tools, have been devised so that new kinds of goods can be produced better and old kinds of goods produced in new ways. The steam engine of Watt has long since superseded his most ambitious dream, and new sources of power undreamed of have been harnessed. New materials, countless in their numbers and variety, have been created to provide the many goods that now make America great. And still the need for further development marches on. The need to devise new means of doing greater labor than man's back is capable of. Tools to produce more goods, to provide more comfort and leisure for the people of America and the world. Ideas, invention, initiative, will. With these, America builds. Machines, tools, research, skill. With these, America builds. Mass production, born of liberty, giving to all the fruit of industry. With these, America builds. The skies look down on a land whose engineers have found the boundaries of their own territory, have conquered its vast resources from sea to sea. Today, American engineers have not yet found any boundaries to space. Space, the project of the future.